Welcome to the Planning and Zoning, the Pocatello Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for Wednesday, April 14th, 2021 in the City Council chambers. If we could start off the meeting with agenda item 1. Aislinn, could you take roll call and ask for disclosure of conflict of interest and ex parte communication in a site visit?
Crystal Chanda?
Here, and I have nothing to disclose.
Jill Kirkham?
Here, I made a site visit and I have nothing to disclose.
Jack Moore?
My name's Jack Moore, and I did a site visit, and I have nothing else to disclose.
Rich Phillips?
Here, I was able to make a site visit and I have nothing to disclose.
Kaylee White?
Here, and I have nothing to disclose.
And we have Shin Q Rue and Samantha Stoddard excused this evening.
Thank you. Commission members, if you could look over the minutes from the March 24th meeting. If there's any clarification or discussion on those, please ask. If not, I'd entertain a motion.
I move that the minutes be approved.
Second?
Aislinn, can you call for the vote?
Kirkham?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Chanda?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And then on to agenda item 3, the preliminary plat for the City View subdivision. And if at this time we could hear from the applicant who is attending virtually.
Okay, good evening, Commission members. My name is Mitch Rivera. I'm representing the developer on this project. I appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight to present this project to you. First, I want to give you just a little bit of brief history of the project, because I think it'll help kind of clarify what we're proposing to do today. Back in about 2008, 2007, we were approached by a developer out of Salt Lake City to develop this project into about 80 lots. And their intent at the time was to basically grade the entire hillside. And if you've had an opportunity to take a look at the project, you can see there's a significant portion of hillside. We had a project designed in that area to accommodate those 80 lots, and it was going to reconfigure that entire area. As the economy took a downturn shortly thereafter, that developer decided not to develop and sold. The property kind of transferred a couple of times to a couple of different developers, and then most recently in 2018, a developer out of Arizona purchased the property and was going to develop into essentially the project that you see before you tonight. That project came into being when the ordinances were kind of revised to address open space, to provide for some lot size averaging, and to take advantage of some of the infill development opportunities in the ordinance. And so what you have before you tonight is a 32-acre project, and we're proposing to do that in 3 phases. We're showing all 3 phases on this preliminary plat, but the developer does intend the project to be developed into 3 phases. I think the staff report says 2. However, that's incorrect. There'll be 2 residential phases and then 1 townhome phase. So the total project is 64 lots. Division 1 is 30 lots with 27 residential, 2 common lots, and 1 open space area. Division 2 is 25 lots with 24 residential and 1 open space. And then the townhomes at City View are 9 lots with 8 residential and 1 open space area. If you look at the zoning, it's a little unique in this particular project because it is divided into 3 different zones based on
the ordinance or based on how the zoning was applied. That's a little unusual. Normally, you have a parcel with just one singular zone. However, in this case, there's 3 different zones. Some of that is because it's been subdivided prior and that zoning was applied kind of adjacent to what some of the RCP or residential, commercial, professional uses that are near the kind of the south end of the project. I skipped over where the project actually is. It's at the extension of East Elm Street. It terminates where Elm Street currently terminates. That's where this project will pick up. And then Lander Street is platted through the project already, but it has not been developed. It's kind of adjacent to an existing subdivision that was developed back in the, I think, 60s and 70s. We provided for the ordinance a slope analysis, and one of the nice things about this particular slope analysis is that through our calculations, we were able to allow all the lots to be disturbed. So the slope analysis shows that although we have, it restricts the development of the project, we're proposing those open spaces, we actually can develop everything or disturb everything within all the lots on the project. So that makes it really kind of clear and easy to understand for the developers and for the city, in that all the lots can be disturbed based on that the results of that slope analysis. And I think the total area that we can disturb, I can't remember exactly what that was, but anyway, that does allow us to do that. It's about 20 acres we can disturb of the total area. So the project that we're proposing today is very consistent with the ordinance. Probably one of the most consistent with the ordinance and what the intent of the hillside ordinance and all these other open space ordinances, the infill development ordinance, all those ordinances, this is probably the project that is most consistent with those of any of the projects that we presented in the last 10 years. We're doing exactly what the ordinance asked for. We're clustering our homes in kind of the lower regions of the development or the developable property, and we're preserving kind of the hillsides or the steeper areas as open space. And that's exactly what the ordinance wants us to do. We're taking advantage of some of the things within the ordinance that allows us to adjust lot sizes to be able to do that clustering. And so I think this project is one that I think we can all be proud of when it gets developed, that it will be a kind of a spotlight as to how that ordinance truly is supposed to function. All the utilities are available at the site or near the site. There's no issues with utility service to the development. It should be pretty clean and clear as to be able to be developed. We actually have already designed all the utility connections and all this entire project previously based on the previous approval, which unfortunately expired just about a couple of weeks before this current developer purchased the property. And so that's why we're coming back through and reevaluating what the project is. So one thing I will say, back in about 2018, 2019, when this project came through, your body approved it unanimously. It was well received, I think, with the staff and with the development commission. I believe it meets all the review criteria necessary for approval of a preliminary plat. And I would just ask if you would offer your favorable vote for approval, and I can answer questions if you have any.
At this time, does the commission have any questions for the applicant? No questions?
Ask the question.
It is not a public hearing. So with that, we'll hand it over to Jack.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commission members. Matthew Lewis, Senior Planner with the Planning Department. The request is for preliminary plat approval for City View subdivision, divisions 1 and 2, as well as the townhomes at City View. The proposal calls for platting of 33.78 acres, more or less, into 74 or 64 lots, which includes the townhome lots. The application was submitted by and represented by Pocatello Properties LLC and represented by the engineer, surveyor, Rocky Mountain Engineering and Surveying. The City View Estates is proposed to be developed in 2 phases. The phase line is depicted by the bold dash line on the preliminary plat. Division 1 calls for a total of 27 single-family lots, ranging in size from 7620 to 16,497 square feet. In addition, Lot 11, Block 2, consisting of 13.77 acres, will be set aside as open space lot. Lot 9, Block 1, and Lot 1, Block 3 are proposed for storm drainage. Division 2 proposes platting 24 residential lots, with Lot 13 being retained as open space. Lot sizes range from 7,350 square feet to 29,599 square feet. Lot sizes associated with the townhomes at City View range in size from 3,330 to 3,400 square feet in size. The proposed subdivision encompasses a total of 33.78 acres, consisting of a mix of zoning districts, including residential, commercial, professional, residential low density, and residential estate. Preliminary review by staff found that much of the property had slopes in excess of 15%. Therefore, the development is subject to the slope development standards under Section 17.05.100. A slope analysis was provided with the preliminary plat application and is attached to the staff report. Based on the analysis provided, 19.75 acres of the 33.78 acres may be served, resulting in a minimum of 14.03 acres remaining undisturbed. The applicant proposes to set aside 14.65 acres, or approximately 46% of the 33.78 acres associated with division, or 31.97 acres associated with divisions 1 and 2 for public open space. The land will remain in its natural state, consisting mostly of crested wheatgrass and some sagebrush. Public access to Lot 11, Block 2 of Division 1, actually Division 2 will be provided adjacent Lot 11, Block 2, as well as Lots 11, or Lots 10 and 12 of Block 2. Staff finds that the open space is acceptable based on Code Section 17.05.140, 5D and E, preservation of the hilltop and existing vegetation. Based on Code Section 17.05.140B3, minimum lot sizes may be waived by up to 50%, and building sites may be clustered. Based on this, and in light of the topography, the applicant has opted to reduce minimum lot sizes in half for lots 1 through 4 and Lot 12 of Block 2. These lots are zoned residential estate, and so where a minimum of lot size of 15,000 square feet is normally required, 7,500 square feet may be permitted. The smallest lot proposed, Lot 3 at Block 2, proposes the smallest square footage at 7,765 square feet. The townhomes are being reduced from required 6,000 square feet to 33 or 3,400 square feet in area. All the remaining lots meet minimum as required by code. In 2008, an application was submitted to vacate and abandon public's interest in 2.36 acres of right-of-way and a slope easement. Said easement provided access to the water tank near I-15. The Pocatello City Council approved the request with a condition as follows. An ordinance for the vacation and conveyance of the public's interest in the subject property shall be prepared, but shall not be recorded until the complete and final plat for the East Valley subdivision, which shall include provisions for rights-of-way and utility easements to replace those being vacated, is approved for recording by the City Council and City Engineer. This being the case, an access easement at least 30 feet in width shall be provided from the end of East Elm Street to the city water tank property. The vacation shall also be recorded as part of the approved final plat. In addition to the open space, 2 stormwater ponds are proposed on Lot 9, Block 1, and Lot 1, Block 3. The comprehensive plan map designates the area for residential use. Staff finds the goals and objectives and policies from the comprehensive plan to be applicable to this application as outlined in the staff report. Public meeting signs were posted on the end of Ammon Road, Elm Street, and Lander. Staff received several phone calls regarding details of the proposed preliminary plat. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for staff at this time? Is there any rebuttal from the applicant?
No.
Okay. So commission members, open for discussion or can entertain a motion.
It sounds good to me. I would like to make a motion for approval of the application.
I'll have you speak up just a little bit.
I'll remove my mask. I move to recommend approval of the preliminary plat application request by Pocatello Property Development LLC, the City View Division 1 and 2 of the townhomes at City View, finding the application meets the standards for approval under Chapter 16.20.050 Pocatello Municipal Code with the conditions of approval listed in the staff report.
I'll second with the addition that line item number 4 be revised to lot 11, block 2.
Thank you, commission members. Aislinn, can you call for the roll, please?
Moore,
Yes.
Chandler,
Yes.
Kirkham,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
White.
Yes. That is the end of tonight's public meeting. Thank you all for attending.